So this is Brandon Tatum. He's an ex-cop. He's a right-wing grifter, if you don't know anything. What the hell is teaching about pronouns? Is it what the hell? WTH? I don't even know what that means. So this is him being big sad, dude. This is just him being big sad. He's not happy about the pronouns. So let's talk about this.
What did I just see?
Wow.
This video is brought to you by Quest Microsystems. Quest Microsystems. For those of you who follow me, you know I'm the spokesperson of Quest Microsystems.
I'm good, bro.
Non-lethal weapon for persons. I believe it with my whole heart. And then also give you some dynamics in your home defense.
No.
And there are people in this country, and nothing against you. You may not want to have a gun.
Nope.
Shotgun. I mean, it comes in all forms.
Nope.
We'll be actually demo.
Nope.
Link is in the. Hit the bell so you get notification anytime I go live and make a video. Y'all know.
Holy shit. Jesus. One minute out of the 7-minute video.
Dude, let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, and ladies. What in the flying flip did I just watch?
What in the flying flip? That is embarrassing. Brandon, can you not cringe in front of me? There's kids in the audience. Jeez.
Now let me say this. Because I don't discriminate against nobody.
You don't discriminate against nobody except the people you do.
I don't care. I don't care.
I don't care.
You ain't paying my bills. I don't care.
He only makes this kind of content. He very much does care. Why does he pretend he doesn't care?
But the problem is that people are their mental illness is shedding on people. And when
shedding on what?
I say that, it's what is the purpose? And before I even play the video, you see what you're looking at. Yep. What is the point of trying to convince other people to accept a dude with a beard that's not trying to be a girl but want to look like a girl? I don't even know what I'm seeing.
I gotta be honest. I think this person actually is. I mean, it looks good, right? I don't even know if this is transness. Is it? I don't even know. I don't know this person. Breaking the binary? Oh, probably just non-binary. So yeah, never mind. I thought it was the right-winged angel, but this is this person responding to that. So break the binary. So I'm assuming this person's non-binary. This is a good look though. So yeah,
and
it is.
He's going to explain to you pronouns and whatever you call that.
Whatever you call that.
How to make a singular personal pronoun somehow plural. I don't know how he's gonna do it, but I'll let him explain it. Shout out to my boy, the Right Wing Angel. Always posting killer content. Y'all need to go follow him. He actually came on the show before too. So
killer content.
Without further ado,
this is just a repost of the content, isn't it? How's this?
Oh, the fam.
People ask me, how do you use they, them pronouns?
Hey, is this a filter? Am I getting pranked? Is this a filter? Or is this a real dude with a beard?
This is a person
in lipstick.
Well, this is. It seems to me, how do you use they, them pronouns for a singular person? I'm assuming break the binary. This is a non-binary person. So this is probably a non-binary person. So not a dude. I know that he's not going to get that, so we're going to have to deal with that. But you know, I it's weird. I think there's a part of like dude personality where actually Sarah and I were just talking about this the other day. There's a part of personality where a dude will pretend not to understand like chores, so he doesn't have to do them. I forget what Sarah called that. Sarah called that something that someone else called it, but there was a name for it. Weaponized incompetence. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, just pretending to be incompetent so you don't have to do chores and shit, which is like a baby boy tactic. Don't do that. You're a fucking weirdo. Performative cisness. Yeah. Come on, bro. Is like. It's just so weird that you'd be like, yeah, it's gross and degenerate, and then you're like, I mean, you're just banned now. That's it. That's the whole thing. Did you want is that how you feel, or do you just like want to troll, bro? So anyway, you're gone. Roses are red, violets are blue. The singular they predates the singular you. Aw, adorable. You missed the idiot. Well, it was pretty quick. I saw them pop in.
But anyway, just listen to the pronoun.
Pronouns for a singular person.
Okay.
Well, it's really easy. All you have to do is use it the same way that you would talk about a group of people.
Or you can use it the same way you talk about a singular person. I've used this example before. Oh, man, my teacher got into a car accident today. And then your friend goes, oh, shit, are they okay? We did it. Got it.
So, for example, I, Addison, use they, them pronouns.
Okay.
In that case, you talk about me like this. I know Addison. They are amazing. Their dress and their hair are amazing.
I actually agree with this. I actually think their hair and their dress, I mean, this is a good look. I'm not going to lie to you, right? Like, that it's working. It's working. This is a look. I don't know why you'd be upsetty spaghetti about this. I think it's I think it's a thing with dudes. Oh, by the way, I never finished my point on that. When he pretends not to understand shit, I'm pretty sure, although Brandon's pretty fucking stupid, but there's a lot of these right-wing dudes that like pretend not to understand how pronouns work. To sort of like, oh, it's so confusing, it must be stupid, right? It's just like this feigned ignorance so that you don't actually have to engage with the content of the idea. You can just be like, well, just hand wave it. You know what I mean? He's doing that. I mean, this just really is. The other thing here is, I think when dudes, especially straight cis dudes, see somebody in a thing, this makes Brandon uncomfortable for this reason. Okay, and this makes some other, mostly dudes, but TERFs too, TERF ladies, but dudes, uncomfortable too. The hair is like, this is an appealing hairstyle to straight dudes because that's kind of part of their expectation in people that they're attracted to, right? Not just this hairstyle, but you know what I mean. Like, a person with this hairstyle is typically someone that you are attracted to, right? A person with this body shape, I mean, just from the top down, I can't really see anything else, but the dress fits well. The dress itself, the lipstick, the makeup, like if you pick your hand up and cover the beard, this is an attractive person, right? Like, if you're not attracted to be, I mean, you don't have to cover the beard to make them an attractive person, but I'm just saying, if you're a straight dude right now, cover just the beard. You're like, damn, it's a good looking lady. And then like, oh shit, wait, is there something else going on? Oh, this person's non-binary. Their name is Addison. They talk like this, and then they say that they are amazing. I have learned a lot about this person. Like, that's all it takes, right? You just go, oh, okay, so there's some femme stuff going on, but there's a beard, which is obviously not usually a thing we associate with femininity, at least not right now. And so, like, he got this confused boner. This is just a confused boner, dude. And he's mad about it. Even though their voice is attractive, I actually don't remember their voice suddenly.
So what happens if you get arrested?
What happens if you get arrested?
Do they get arrested?
What are you talking about? Wait, why are we talking about getting arrested? Yeah. I mean, he was the next cop. Maybe that's why. Yeah, they would get arrested. I don't understand why. Yes. I don't know what they would get arrested for, or why we're worried about this. Why are we worried about the gender of the person we're arresting? Like, what are we? Oh, it's going to be like, it's going to just throw, the policing situation will be thrown into upheaval because Addison describes themselves as non-binary and uses they, them pronouns. Is that the argument or what?
Is there multiple assailants? Think of how stupid this is.
When was this made? Today. What the fuck? Okay.
You know,
I thought maybe this was like a couple years old or something. Nope.
Just imagine if police were, on a call, and
okay, why police? Why do police got to be on a call?
They broadcast a suspect.
And the Okay, so this is a good. By the way, this is an incredible argument for adopting this language. But let's just let Brandon finish because this is a good argument for it, for adopting leftist language about gender. Toss this out there.
And their pronouns is they.
Yeah.
You know how stupid this would be.
How stupid would it be?
You know how stupid this would be on the radio? I just can't get it out of my mind.
How would they know? First of all, how would they know that this person was non-binary? So this is just how it works, right? So I don't think an APB would go out for Addison and going like, This person wearing a red dress, ballin' ass hair, really good lipstick game, excellent eyeshadow, sick beard, really rocking this dress, goes by they, them pronouns. That's not an APB that comes out, right? What's the situation? If for instance you're worried about policing trans people specifically, which is a fucking weird thing to come up with for a reason not to just like your reasoning behind not supporting them is like, well, we won't be able to arrest them with the proper gender. That's a bad argument. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Polititrix, thanks for following. Probably. I mean, just give a physical description. This is the reason that, and you do with ABBs, but this is the reason that this language is better. It's more apt because not everybody falls into man or woman. Not everybody falls into masculinity, and this happens a lot. I mean, if you've ever seen even a piece of pop culture, but I mean, you could just look at like actual cases and talk to police officers and be like, hey, you ever had a description of a person and tried to arrest a person and turned out that person wasn't the person you were looking for? Yeah, that happens. Of course that happens because people look like each other sometimes. Or, a vague description isn't going to be like enough information. And so if you described there is a woman in a dress and she committed this crime, so please go look for her, right? And then you come across Addison, who is non-binary and has a beard. Is Brandon Tatum just going to be like, well, that's obviously not the person I'm looking for because they said she, right? Of course, right? So that just means that the language that you're adhering to, the language that Brandon specifically is like, no, we can't change it, is actually a detriment to the thing you think is a good argument to deny them rights. In fact, if you adopt leftist language about gender, and not even necessarily just leftist language, but just if you adopt the trans and non-binary community, I know they're not necessarily separate, but specifically this person's non-binary, so I want to toss that out there. Non-binary people have specific language that describes them, so you wouldn't describe this person as a man or a woman because that wouldn't be helpful. You would say, okay, there is a person with ballin' ass hair, good makeup, dress, has a beard as well. Go look for that person. Go look for them. You wouldn't even think about what their gender was. And when you, damn, how many times do you singularly they them anyway? This is what I'm talking about. This language is just way more useful. Way more useful.
It'll be like Eunice copy. They is running southbound, 6 foot, white male with a beard and a fake wig on.
I don't think it's a wig. I think it's hair.
Okay, Dale, run how many?
That does not look like a wig at all. If it is, it's a super high quality wig.
People,
because that hair is luscious.
Are running southbound. 2 out of 11-7. How many people running southbound? One person. They are running southbound. What are you even talking about?
You've literally never said they're running southbound? You never said they for a single person ever once? Seriously?
But the thing is,
well, even if you're just not happy with that, you don't have to. When we're running down a criminal, say Addison stabbed some children in the face with a shiv, a homemade shiv that she pulled out of her probably very, very good-looking clutch that matches, the fit totally. She pulled out a shiv. She made it, or I guess they, because I forgot that now I'm starting to misgender people because I'm trying to follow him on his logic. So Addison, they pull out the fucking a fucking knife and stab a bunch of children, right? And they start running away from the cops, and the cops are like, "Oh, I'm following her down the street." And then what do you think your buddy cop is going to go do? Actually, it's they, them. Sarge, get it right? This is not the time to worry about whose pronouns are what, right? There's been a stabbing. We can figure that out later. You don't have to worry about that. That isn't a situation. Again, you've made up a guy. You've made up a thing. This isn't a situation that has ever occurred. perp, unsub, some other non-gender word. Of course. So stupid. Such a dumb fucking argument, dude.
That I'm gonna let him finish. Why? Why though? What you trying to accomplish? That's you're defying the English language. Just be you. Just be you.
They are being that. What are you talking about? Just be you. They literally are doing that. What? This is who they are. What? Do you need more?
Why you gotta try to change the language?
Change what language? The language isn't changing. Just it's and if the language does change, first of all, language changes all the time. I guarantee you, Brandon has said. Did Brandon say bruh yet? Did Brandon say bruh earlier? I thought I heard a bruh out of him. Do you think if you went back 50 years, someone would know what you're saying if you said bruh? What's up, bruh? No, language changed. Bruh? Now I say bruh all the time. Like, it changes constantly, dude. Do you think a tweet? Like, do you think... like, what? just the names we have for stuff changes all the time. So, if the language is no longer useful, and you're agreeing that it's no longer useful, you're like, well, this throws the whole thing into fucking chaos, which it doesn't, but it does make he, him, she, her in every situation not necessarily the most beneficial if you're trying to accurately surmise someone who stabbed children in the face. So, what's the problem?
Let me let him finish.
Where was yeet in the Constitution, bruh? True.
And I'm so proud to know them. Now, a fun fact about they, them pronouns is that they've been used in a singular context for centuries. Even going back to Shakespearean times, there's actual...
It's not bull. It's
documentation in literature using they and them in singular context.
I mean, we use singular context, they, them, all the time when we don't know what the person is. Like, we don't know anything about a person. If I just said, again, I use the example of the teacher getting in a car accident earlier. I mean, we do this all the time. Like, someone's following me. Who are they? Like, it's just all the time. It's usually when you don't know anything about the person, right? But now, in this scenario, you do know about the person, and they prefer they, them. I mean, that's pretty easy.
Bull.
But if that still doesn't...
What's the bullshit? Why you can't just disagree with the reality of it? I mean, that's just real. He looks so fucking mad here. His eyes are puffy from being mad.
Convince you to use they, them pronoun, I'll leave you with this piece of information.
Okay.
Our language is constantly changing
No, it's not.
and adapting.
No.
It literally is. What are you talking about? How can he say the language isn't changing or adapting? Can he read Old English?
No, it's not.
We're evolving to
it's
find
not.
new terms and...
What do you mean? What? The way you specifically talk is different from the way anybody else. What? This is the way Brandon talks. AAVE is specifically a derivative language of English that was caused by American chattel slavery. Like what? And like the communities that rose up around that. I mean, there's a vast different history around it. There's good shit too. It's not just bad shit that led AAVE modernly, especially as it grew into what it is today, becomes more positive. But like I mean, it's not like people fucking your ancestors talk the same way as you do. I mean, people from fucking 100 years ago don't talk the same way. I don't understand. I don't understand why we're. How can you even deny that language? Like, what? It's just such a weird thing. Like, you can't even plant your flag in that take because it doesn't have any land to it. There's no. It's just untrue.
No, we're not.
I self-identify. So get with the
No,
times.
we're not.
Don't be an asshole.
No, we're not.
What do we?
Our language doesn't change.
Our language does change. I don't really know what.
It doesn't.
What?
He has always been singular. Him, he, God, he.
What?
Him. Them has always been plural.
It's such a weird thing to just. It's just not real. I don't know. He's just not. He just isn't saying the truth? I don't.
Them, they. It's the English language.
Please look at the top comment. I'm sorry, I refuse to use pronouns. I don't care. Everyone is free to identify themselves whichever way they want. Nobody's forced me to adapt to this. Wow. I'm assuming the replies are preach, agree, thank you, well said. There's got to be somebody in here who's like, brother. Oh, there's 89 replies, but I'm not getting. Oh, here we go. There's got to be somebody in here who's like, dude, are you serious? Yeah. I can't keep up with this nonsense. I don't even understand what the nonsense is that you got to keep up with. Just
language. It does not change. Now, if you want to say
Slayers, they use they. Well, I mean, they use I as well. I don't know. Whichever way they want. Oh, I guess that makes sense. But they mean plural, though. So they would disagree with you.
You could add in Ebonics if you want to go to the Urban Dictionary.
You could add in Ebonics?
That's a different thing. That does not change the English language and punctuality.
The punctuality. This guy, look, he's the dumbest motherfucker. He cannot call it the punctuality. Like the language shows up on time? Bro, you don't even know what things mean. I almost feel bad. I almost feel bad making fun of Brandon Tatum because he's so fucking stupid, dude. Like, he just doesn't know anything about anything. But he just says words. Punctuality, yeah. You can't change the punctuality of a language. A language is never late. It arrives precisely when it intends to.
Now, how are you going to teach people in school that they actually mean one person, and then one person actually mean they, and then they can actually mean three people and multiple people, and he can mean one person?
I mean, you didn't do a great job, but I mean, you basically just explained it. Did he get fucking just livid when they're like, hey, sometimes Y makes a vowel sound and sometimes Y makes a consonant sound? And he was like, no, man, what if a cop is trying to arrest the letter Y and I'm like, hey, there's a consonant running down the street, and then they pass right by him because some dude thinks Y is actually a vowel. But Y is only sometimes a vowel. I mean, pick one. Y? Sometimes I feel entirely alone in the world. I feel like the only person capable of having a thought that makes any goddamn sense. Luckily, you people are here to remind me that I'm not all alone, but we are alone together.
You know how stupid this is?
How stupid
Can he mean multiple people?
Can he mean multiple people? Does it have to for they to be able to? Like, I don't know. I can't pop a wheelie in my Honda, but I can on a bicycle. So one's invalid, I guess? Like, it doesn't make any sense. These are different things. All right. I'm happy for you, Anadon.
Think about this for a minute. Why do they use they?
Why do they use they?
To insinuate or say that the language can change to they. At what point do you make them represent he?
What does that even mean? At what point do you make them represent he? What does that mean? Dude, I can't read that shit, but that's Sky Comet Fallen. Good job. They means he? I don't even know what that fucking means. I don't know how that tracks.
Meaning that a multitude of people can be singular.
What? Why is he so caught up on the grammar of it? I don't understand. I just genuinely don't understand this argument. Anytime someone says, no, only plural they exists, and then you give them examples of like singular they, and they go, well, yeah, but not for this. You go, okay, but like, But irrespective, we can just both agree non-binary people exist, and many non-binary people prefer they, them pronouns. It makes them feel more comfortable, just as a person. Not all, many do. What's the rub, man? Well, I don't want to be forced to change my language. You're not. They is already a word, you know. Just slot it on in there. And if you forget, try to do better next time, you know. That's all it is. I mean, it takes not much to just be like, hey, this person will be less unhappy or more happy, depending on how you look at it. This person will be more contented. This person will feel more comfortable. This person will be more likely to experience a good social interaction with you if you simply use their correct terminology to address them. It's like Brandon introducing himself as Brandon, and I'm like, I don't like that name. You're Kevin now. Then Brandon's like, what the fuck, man? My name is not Kevin. I'm like, yes, it is. And you can't change how I talk, Kevin. It's not different. I don't know what. Actually, I only know white people with the name Brandon. Okay? And Bryson. If your name is Bryson or Brandon, you gotta be white. And if you're not, I'm calling you Kevin. Just is what it is. You know? You can't change that. It's just so vapid. Like, just say you don't want to support people because they ick you out. That's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it's like at least honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just like, I don't like non-binary people. I think they're this person who looks very good in this dress. This person just icky. I don't like them. Okay, then fucking do that. I don't care. That's a thing you can do, man. But like, why are you pretending you give a shit about grammar? You don't. Not for nothing. Brandon Tatum is not the most fucking eloquent dude out there. He just said fuck punctuality in regards to language. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't understand this guy.
It's because that's how stupid the reverse is. But anyway,
comment in the reverse
comment section. Let me know what you think about it. Don't be rude, because I don't know. You know, sometimes when you ain't got no daddy or something, sometimes this happens to you.
When you ain't got no daddy or something. All right, I'm good. Count me out, man. So that's Brandon Tatum. Just the dumbest, man. Just the dumbest, bro. I guess just to cap this off, I just want to toss this out there. I can't imagine you made it to this point in the stream or the video, however you're watching, if you are anti-trans or anti-non-binary, if you're a chud. But on the off chance you are still around, I would love for you to just listen to the next few words I had to say, because you're not scared of listening to somebody else's opinion, of course. I want you to really don't ignore the part of you that is confused by other people expressing gender in a way that you're not used to. If you see a trans person and you get confused, right? Like, whether it's aesthetically or you get a weird boner, and it's fine. We all get weird boners, buddy. Or if you get you have attraction and then you panic and you're like, oh shit, am I gay? Or you just get very annoyed about the punctuality of language. Ask yourself why, though. Like actually, you're safe. You're in your home. You're in your basement. You got your Mountain Dew cans all over your desk. You know what I mean? You got your cum rag nearby. It's not far away. Like, genuinely ask yourself, why am I uncomfortable though? Why am I having a weird boner? Why am I scared of being gay? ask yourself these questions. Hopefully you're not religious, because it's a pretty easy answer. If you're religious, you should feel immediate guilt about anything that is wrong, and then you should really consider not being religious anymore, because it's not real. And it's making you unhappy, clearly, because you are feeling guilt over something that you felt innocuously, and now you feel icky about it. But anyway, if you're just like, man, that I'm having confusing feelings because you saw someone that you thought was a woman, and then they had a beard, and you're like, shit, I was attracted to that person for a split second. Uh-oh, what does that say about me? Uh-oh. You know what it says about you? Do you want to know what it genuinely says about you? Nothing. It doesn't say a fucking thing about you, dude. You can have attraction to people. I had this friend once, God, who was it? I had a friend who was attracted to Zach Hansen. Do you know Hansen? Are you familiar with Hansen? 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 Is it with an O? Hansen? The pop band. There it is. Let me get you. Let me find the. There you go. Oh, this is the picture. I want to show you this picture of Hansen, right? I had a friend. This is Zach. This is one of them's Taylor, and then I don't know the other one. I don't know the fucking other one. Yeah. Bop. Boop, ba-dop, ba-dop, boop, bop. You guys remember that? Anyway, this is Zach, if I remember correctly. I don't think I'll ever... Isaac! Yeah, I don't think I'll ever forget Zach. But Zach is about my age or a little bit older or something. Because I was in like first grade or something when they were really popular. In fact, I could probably look it up if I just go over here. When were they popular? 92. Yeah, I was like 4 years old, bro. I was like 4 years old. So they're a little bit older than me. Anyway, you know how some kids are pretty? Zach is a pretty kid, right? Like this is just a pretty... Brothers are not as much, although some people were like Taylor. But Isaac, sorry, buddy. He was always the ugly one. And he's not even ugly. He's just like... These other two are very good looking, and he's not. And even in like, adulthood... come on. Zach and Taylor and Isaac. I mean, it sucks. It sucks to be Isaac when you're in Hanson, dude. These other dudes cleaned up really fucking well. Good for them. I mean, they're very good looking people. So this kid, he's got his long hair, and he's to my understanding, a cis man. But he was like, kid, and we were about 4 years old, and I remember this kid. His name was Greg. Sorry, Greg, you're thrown under the bus here. 30 years later. He had a crush on Zach Hansen, and did not realize that Zach was a boy, because he's a good looking kid. I don't know, and he was a 4-year-old. He doesn't have a fucking sexual bone in his body. At 4, he just knew that he liked girls and thought that Zach was a girl. And I mean, honestly, if you had never known anything about Hansen, you just saw a picture of this person right here, and you're like, is it a boy or a girl? I think it'd be a pretty much of a coin flip here, right? If Zach Hansen never got famous, it'd be kind of a coin flip. Because, I mean, like, let's be real. Kids, especially when... And I was like that when I was a baby. I don't have any baby pictures for you. When I was a baby, I had, like, little rosy pink cheeks. I didn't have a big manly beard or a deep voice. But I have, like... I have kind of pretty eyes, and they're blue. And, I got big puffy lips, just like Zach Hansen. And people thought I was a girl for a while. So my mom would intentionally put me in blue because that made her mad for some reason. It was the 80s, early 80s, 90s. Or early 80s? I'm not that old. Late 80s, early 90s. But anyway, it's stuff like that. Like, don't worry about that shit, man. Is Greg gay today? I don't think he is. Last I knew, I'm pretty sure he was just a straight guy. Maybe he's bi or pan or gay or something. I don't know. Maybe that worked itself out. No fucking clue. I don't talk to Greg anymore. It was a long time ago. However, what does it say about Greg? It doesn't say anything about Greg. It doesn't inform his sexuality. It doesn't inform the character of his person for being 4 and attracted to a 6-year-old Zach Hansen or whoever the fucking old it was. Like, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. If you have attractions to trans people and then they aren't what you thought they were, I'm assuming cis in this scenario. Either a cis woman, no, it's a trans woman. It doesn't reflect on you. What does reflect on you is your reaction. Just having the attraction, not a big deal. Because it's okay to be attracted to people. I had a friend that had a babysitter that had long hair at the time too, and a very similar situation. Had a big crush, and found out that the babysitter was just a guy with long hair. I mean, kind of a femme. Probably would be considered a femboy today. So like it's not a big deal. Just like what you like, man. Stop taking it out on the people that call.